Have you ever noticed how some folks are just buzzing at 7 a.m., ready to go?
Oh, definitely. While others, maybe like me sometimes, only really hit their stride later in the day.
Exactly. And it's not just about habits or how much coffee you've had, it's deeper.
Hmm.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into something called chronodiversity. It's this really fascinating idea, recognizing that we all have these inherent biological rhythms.
That's right. Our internal clocks dictating when we're naturally most alert and productive.
And central to this are chronotypes. You've probably heard of the main ones: morning larks, who peak early, and night owls, who, well, they peak much later.
And what's key here, something people often miss, is that this isn't just preference. It's not like choosing what time you want to wake up.
Right.
It's deeply biological, often genetic, actually. There's research pointing to specific genes, like the PER3 gene.
PER3.
Yeah, it basically acts like a little pacemaker for our daily rhythm, our circadian rhythm. It influences how long our internal day actually feels.
So being an owl or a lark isn't a lifestyle choice. It's baked in.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an inherent biological trait.
Yeah.
And our mission today is really to explore how understanding and, more importantly, embracing this diversity could really shake things up.
Shake things up how?
In terms of workplace productivity, satisfaction,
Yeah.
maybe even transform how organizations work.
Okay, so that biological reality, the PER3 gene you mentioned, it really throws the traditional workday into sharp relief, doesn't it?
It really does.
I mean, think about someone you know who's brilliant, but just not a morning person. Their best thinking happens at night, maybe?
Yeah,
But they're forced into that 9 a.m. meeting feeling foggy, trying to be creative when their brain just isn't there yet.
exactly. That standard 9 to 5 schedule, it's a relic,
But
really.
the industrial era, right?
Precisely. And it overwhelmingly favors the morning larks.
Leaving the night owls kind of struggling through the morning,
Yeah,
battling lower cognitive function, less creativity right when they're supposed to be on.
and it's not just feeling tired. It can lead to chronic sleep deprivation.
Which has all sorts of health knock-on effects.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just the schedule itself. It's the perception, too.
What do you mean?
Well, night owls often get unfairly labeled, lazy, maybe undisciplined.
Just because their peak hours don't fit the mold?
Exactly. And that bias, conscious or not, can creep into performance reviews, even hold people back in their careers.
Wow. So ignoring this diversity, it actually costs businesses.
Significantly. You see lower productivity overall, less innovation because people aren't working when they're sharpest, plus chronic stress, burnout.
And I guess talented people might just leave, find somewhere more flexible.
That's the brain drain we hear about. Skilled employees walking away because the environment just doesn't fit their biology.
Okay, so that paints a pretty clear picture of the problem. Let's flip it. What happens when workplaces do get it right? When they embrace chronodiversity?
It's a game changer, honestly. When you let people align their work with their peak cognitive hours, productivity naturally goes up.
Naturally, because they're working with their brains, not against them.
Precisely. Think about complex problem solving.
Hmm.
Forcing a night owl into that at 9 a.m., their brain just isn't optimized for it then. Let them tackle it later. And the quality, the speed, it's totally different.
And beyond just output, I imagine people just feel better.
Oh, definitely.
Hmm.
Better well-being, higher job satisfaction, more engagement, more loyalty. It makes a huge difference to morale.
And does that scale up, like benefits for the whole team or company?
Yes, absolutely. You get enhanced creativity in teams because you have different energy peaks contributing throughout the day.
Yeah.
Different perspectives firing at different times.
That makes sense, like a relay race of energy.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And businesses can even find ways to extend their operational coverage without burning people out.
So how do organizations actually do this? Is it just about flexible start times?
That's part of it, but it can be more sophisticated. Flexible hours are key, maybe with some core hours where everyone needs to overlap for collaboration. But you also see things like remote work playing a huge role, obviously. It frees people from that rigid commute and office presence.
And what about the type of work?
That's crucial too. Task allocation based on peak times. Maybe creative brainstorming slots for night owls later in the afternoon when they might be more divergent in their thinking.
And detail-oriented stuff for the morning larks when they're super focused.
Exactly. It's about optimizing the who, the when, and the what. Some places are even moving towards results-only environments, decoupling productivity from time in seat entirely.
Interesting. So it sounds like underneath all the scheduling and task stuff, there's a bigger cultural piece needed.
That's the foundation, really. You need a culture that genuinely respects these differences.
So education, talking
Yeah.
about chronodiversity.
Yes, educating everyone, challenging those old stereotypes about night owls being lazy.
And shifting the focus away from hours worked towards actual output and quality.
That's the goal. Focusing on results, not just adherence to an old schedule.
So, summing up, it seems like understanding and genuinely accommodating chronodiversity isn't just a nice to have.
Not at all.
It can build workplaces that are more inclusive, definitely more efficient, and just more harmonious, working with our biology.
Exactly. It's about aligning work with how we're naturally wired.
Makes perfect sense.
And it leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What new levels of human potential, what new kinds of organizational success could we unlock if we actually designed our work environments around these inherent biological rhythms instead of sticking to norms from a bygone industrial era?
That is definitely something to think about.